Hello, Andrea. This will be some Week 7 Milestone 2 video feedback for you. Andrea, before I get lost in details, as I always do, I would just wanted to commend you. One of the things I like most about your site is the color harmonies in the choice of photographs. The colors of the photograph really match well or combine or complement well the corporate palette. So that was nice to see on the home page. I see that you have a footer here, discrete, and you've got dummy social media links plus another sitemap. From the start, you have really met the requirements of the rubric well. And with regard to sitemaps, you had both a visual and a coded sitemap back in the first milestone of week 3. So I noticed you just quietly working away. Some details, perhaps, though. There is a thin white line here. I'm not sure whether that's in the photograph or whether you designated a thin rule there. It's a little, I don't know, it looks okay, I guess. And then on the logo, you'll see that there's a little white halo, which suggests to me that it might not be a vector image. So think about other file formats that will keep the crisp edge of the logo and keep it as a vector image. SVG is a good file format for that, and I think it is supported with most browsers. Your child pages, it's easy to get around your site. I like the way the rollover works, nice and discreet. The black feature, simple. I read about your difficulties in getting these two maps to align, but good job. That was a little exercise in CSS, right? And using the div tag, perhaps the span tag, container tag. Excuse me. Then we've got your menu page. I like this very much. I like the typography of it. The typography is slightly different. It looks like I see. This is the printed PDF version or a JPEG, right? Could you get your typography on the rest of the website to look perhaps a little bit more like this? Well, anyway, no matter. It's just, and also the corporate typefaces. I noticed that under contact, this does seem to be the Gaudi. That's the only occurrence of it. So let me take a look at the code here. Okay, so I've highlighted this. I noticed, and here's the code. And it is H2, which I would expect to find in your external style sheet. So let me take a look at that. Oh, by the way, I see your unordered list, which became your navigation. Nice job. And that's the sitemap at the footer. Let me go back to your CSS and see if I can find it. Okay, I see that you've designated in your external style sheet that the H2 style second level head is Athelas. Or have you? I don't see Athelas being indicated. Oh, yes, okay, Athelas bold here. It seems to be working. Maybe my eyes are shot, but I'm seeing the other type. Okay, that looks to be Athelas or Gaudi. And this looks like Times Roman, though, so there's something going on here. Just a minor point. See if you can get the corporate typefaces to be in the body of your page. When I zoom in or out, it scales well, and I like these semi-transparent, which increase the contrast of the text type. See if you can find a way not to get such long lines. I know that it's hard to control line breaks and remain adaptable, but if you try to avoid lines that are longer than, say, 50 or 60 characters, the eye gets tired of reading those. And you want a line that is, perhaps more like that. It looks well at a large scale. Of course, it messes up your navigation. I'm probably forgetting something, so don't hesitate to reach out if you need clarification, Andrea. But this is a comprehensive, consistent, I think, page-to-page job, and I like your selection of images. As well as your developing typographic treatments. I guess in the next week, it's not much. If you do revisit this, I would work on your typography. You're going in the right direction, but I hope your interest in typography and web typography is piqued. Good job. I've always looked forward to your submissions.